Gask, how about you give us a recap on what happened last time?
Oh geez. Let's see what happened. We docked at the station, the space station. I think this was the last session,
Yep.
and wandered into the causeway, and we ran into some corn worshippers that were leading some of Marp's former colleagues to the sacrificial pits.
Hmm.
Our negotiation failed spectacularly.
Was it really
killed,
a negotiation though?
uh, everything I say is a lie, so yes. Um, we freed the slaves. They decided we were not people worth being around and left. Um, and we ended up wandering up to the Corn Lord's chambers, where we struck a deal to do something with a book, learn about a book, and in exchange for getting our ship repaired.
Yeah.
And I believe that's where we left off.
Yeah, you guys tried to strong arm him into giving you more shit when he could just like literally just killed you at any moment in that.
Dude, at any second I can just destroy his brain from the inside.
Do you want to try it? Let's see. Don't see what happened.
No, I'm gonna save
Well,
that good roll for when I
that's
actually
what I thought. Yeah, that's right. You're gonna kill him at all. Okay. So the Corn Lord's name was Nashir, and he hands you the book, and you guys just got done yelling at each other. He's angry now. He's up on his feet. There's bolters pointed at you, and he says, it'll be 6 days to fix your ship. Get out of my sight. And you're escorted out of the throne room and into a turbo lift and out the front of their little fortress, back into the station.
Well, that went well.
Well, I mean, it's expected that he's a corn worshiper would be mad.
Yeah. Got a cool book out of it, and a repair chip.
Yeah. So, is this the point where we go and consider our counter options, or
So there's two other factions we could talk to, right? There's the Tech Priests and there's like the Thousand Sons. Like,
Yeah, there is like a mechanicum contingent on the ships, and or I'm sorry, on the station, and they kind of work for the warbands, and so they're going to be who is working and repairing on repairing your ship and refitting it. The Zinch aligned warband with 1,000 Suns guy is called the Blades of the Eternal Eye, and they are in direct conflict with the Closet Conquest.
well, I don't know about you guys. I don't think I'll look at this book first.
Go where?
yeah, I think that's a
I
good
want
move.
to read the book.
Okay. So Jeffrey, do you want to take a look at the book?
Yeah.
I think you're holding it, right? You have it in your hands.
Yeah, I've got it. We should probably take it back to the ship, read it in safety. I don't know if we should go congregate on the bridge and crack it open.
I'm gonna use. I have an ability called Psyniscience that I can detect like the touches, the warp, and like psychic powers that have been used on things. So I'm gonna use that to see what this book is like capable of.
Can you link your power in the comments? I just want to read the description.
Hold on. It's not like a spell. It's just like a ability that I.
Is there not?
So
Is there
I got no. I gotta go. I gotta go find it.
Yeah. Okay. So, is it just like is like detecting psychic powers? Is that kind of what it is? Since the current size of the warp material, characters can use skill to detect the presence of absent demons. Okay. Do you have to roll for it?
Yeah, it's like a willpower test.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Do a willpower check.
Or perception.
Okay, perception. So where are you guys at right now when you're looking at this?
On the bridge of the ship, I guess.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the ship, and so you're now on the bridge.
Yep, sounds good.
I hit the button now.
I don't see anything.
All right. Well, I didn't figure it
It just seems like a regular book to you.
What an idiot.
You can just look at the book. You don't need to use your
Correct.
fucking brain powers for it. You can do like a regular like perception check.
out. Well, who's good at reading? I'm illiterate.
Let me look at my perception real quick. I'm perceptive.
All right. Get the book from Jeffrey. Take a look.
I hold
All
the
right.
book up and be like, "What do you perceive, Marp?"
All right, I look at it really hard. Zero modifier of 0, right?
No. Modifier like plus 20 as a regular tech check or whatever.
I don't
Okay.
look hard enough.
All right, listen. It's just a book, guys. Okay. I'll describe it to you. It's bound in like a rough hide-like leather that appears to have been harvested from the face of some alien creature. Its vague features still visible on the cover. The pages are super thin and weathered. And as you thumb through it, the majority of the writing is in a crabbed script using inks of different shades, all the way from like jet black to sepia. All the material seems to be written in the same handwriting, but the spacing varies between sections. The book's written in a number of different languages, including High and Low Gothic, but also some chaos-looking marks and Xenos markings, and even some like Technolingua, like known to the Mechanicum. A number of pages have been removed, clearly missing, and some have been damaged. In many places, there's like notes scribbled in the margins, added in like a variety of different handwritings and languages. So,
Is there a title that we can?
yeah, it's called De Orbis Mysteriis. Mysterious. I'll paste what it's titled in the. I'll just type it up. That's what it's called. Does any of you have a scholastic lore history?
Not me.
I have a scholastic occult.
Okay. Does anybody have common lore Imperium?
No.
Fuck's the Imperium, bro.
I don't have that.
I got Imperial Creed.
Yeah, that's close enough. Go ahead and take a difficult or what's unmodified. Is it challenging? I don't fucking know what the terminology is.
Extremely hard.
Yeah, unmodified. Whatever that one was, Jeffrey. Good Lord. Oh my God. How is that possible? Oh, you rolled a 92. Okay.
Throws the book across the room.
But either way, you guys see it's a hefty tome. It's gonna take a lot of work to read through this, and it's gonna take one person's 100% concentration to look through this. It'll take several days.
Who
What,
wants to do some good reading?
I'll volunteer. I know High and Low Gothic. That'll take a chunk out of it. The surgeon, do you know Mechanicum language? Presumably you do.
Yep, and I also know forbidden lore about the warp, scholastic lore of the occult too. That should be able to help a little bit.
Okay, so this is probably what's I think is gonna happen. One person is gonna be studying the book in the ship while it's being overhauled, and in the meantime, the rest of the party can do whatever they want.
Well, Um,
I'll remind you guys that there's a large market district. There's bars and taverns. There's all kinds of stuff to do on the station.
Okay, so here's a thought. What if Gasp went? What if Chaucer went and rabble roused and got us some good slaves, and I read the book?
it sounds good to me. I mean, I can also be the one who does some
Sure.
reading.
Damn, you all want to read?
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about the slaves?
We need meat shield. Lugak needs food.
Do we know if
You need flesh to turn into Salax robots and Castellax automata too.
Yeah, where are you gonna get a bunch of bodies, live people to do that kind of stuff with?
Well, that's
presumably
what we
that ship's
Chaucer
not
for.
going to give us crew, right? Just fix the ship.
I'm sorry.
Nashir, the Corn Lord, is not providing crew.
He will bring the ship into working condition with a skeleton crew of servitors to do whatever basic functions are required to operate a starship.
Okay.
So what's the plan, fellas?
Sorry, I lost audio for like a minute there.
Oh, okay. Only thing I really said was the claws are going to be, as they're fixing the ship, providing like enough servitors to form kind of a skeleton crew to just perform the basic duties on a starship.
We should definitely supplement that with whatever we can get.
Mm-hmm.
We should go see if we can find some like trained arms, something similar to Marp, but maybe not quite as trained.
Yeah. I know I need to go and I need to get enough bits and pieces to put together and assemble my new minion. So that's something that I need to go and do. But I totally support. If we need to go get some slaves to properly staff the ship and for perhaps future uses, I'm in full support.
I suggest that we get several birds stoned at once, and we go talk to the Zinj warband and the Dark Mechanicum, and see what they think about the task we've been given from the Corn guy, and see if they have anything that they might be able to provide us from a slaves and or crew perspective.
In the meantime, why don't I read the book?
I'm sorry, Tyler, you broke up. What'd you say?
Why don't I read the book while you guys go?
Okay.
Yeah, I would say maybe a way to do it instead of being overt is to see if perhaps the Siege group knows about this book. We at least know the title. Maybe they have some more information about it. They know where these. We know we killed the entire crew of an Inquisitor warship. So maybe they would believe that we have acquired this book and or at least we're trying to find out more information about it for some reason.
I'd like to kind of understand what we can learn ourselves before we let them know that we even own it or are in possession of it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So I'm gonna go. All right, I'm gonna focus on getting the parts for my minion, and then spending the rest of the time putting my minion together.
As a side note for the party, the intro chapter of this campaign is over, and so choose your actions and your and like the party's doing very carefully because it's a dangerous universe.
Hard mode. Maybe we should request an audience before
Train-
we just show up.
Training wheels are off.
Maybe we should request an audience for what?
Talk of the Dark again, but that's the sunset.
Okay. Do you guys want to kind of just try to feel out how we get in contact with the Dark Mechanicum and see who might be the person to talk to there? I guess we should go maybe to the market and or bars kind of district to talk to people about that.
Anton, what's your mission going to entail as far as who do you need to talk to? Is it digging around on our ship, or do you need to go off board?
I need to go off board the ship and acquire enough materials to put together my new minion, and then I need to go back to the ship to do that assembly. Although perhaps the Dark Mechanicum could do this for me instead.
I like the idea of assisting you on that part of it while we feel out the various factions. We might be able to learn a better way of approaching our problem.
Yeah, maybe we frame it in like information about while we build this minion. Yeah, we just subtly drop this book name or something.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Where would you guys like to go?
Okay.
Um,
Currently,
Oh,
as you're sitting here, you can hear the clank and skittering and walking of servitors on the exterior of the ship, crawling around, starting to tear into different subsystems, start working on stuff.
Okay. So let's go to the market district.
I agree.
Let's
Okay.
talk to some people. Let's get kind of let's go to the market district with a kind of an eye toward gleaning a little bit more insight from either talking to people or listening to people about kind of like the overall power situation on the space station.
Yeah. Okay. So something like a bar would probably be a pretty good place to pick up rumors and kind of like the general feel of the station, right?
Yeah, let's go to a bar.
Sound good, everybody else?
I'm in.
sounds good.
Okay.
Let's do
so
it.
so Baltris is going to stick behind and read the book, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, what do I need to do to read this?
For now, you're just reading it.
Oh, one more question. What's the queen doing right now?
She's back in the ship. She's in the ship somewhere.
Let's talk to her one more time before we leave.
Okay. Yeah. You summon her up to the bridge, and she asks what you want.
First, I'd like to know what's her feeling as far as does she want to stay on board for the time being, or is she interested in...
She wants to leave.
Okay.
She spent her entire life on the ship, and now that she's walked around the station, she knows that there's more to life than the inside of a broken down spaceship. She's heard of planets and ceilings so high you can't even see them. She wants to see it.
I'll appeal to her by saying that we can take you to a planet, but in the meantime, we need you to keep an eye on the repairs so that we can get you there.
She'll look at the repairs, but she doesn't know what she's looking at.
And just general ship security. We don't want anybody on board that doesn't look like they belong there.
She agrees.
I draw Jeffrey aside and I say, it seems like she might be a little bit hard to kind of convince. Perhaps some of our more charismatic party members could put their skills to use, speaking to her and helping convince her to our end.
Yeah, that's...
Perhaps using some kind of fellowship role.
Interesting.
I've got
All
something
right,
here for
well,
that.
that's
You guys can come back and talk to her again later. She's not going to leave the ship right now.
Yeah.
She agreed to hang around for the time being.
all
Sorry,
right.
that silence was my
So
pulling up the character sheet.
before you guys like go into town and stuff, the only way to get stuff is to trade stuff.
Mhm.
So keep that in mind.
Keith, do you happen to have like, do we have like a collective stash or like inventory of like shit we have to trade right now?
Everything that you have on your character sheet and things that you might be able to get on the ship is what you have.
So the local currency is frag grenades? Is that what I'm understanding?
Wow.
Oh,
Smart. I do have 70 frag grenades.
Okay, I'm going to spell this out for you guys. Okay, think of everything that has died on this ship and that you may have killed, and think of what they may have on their persons that you might be able to trade. Okay.
Bro, I picked up what you're putting down.
Okay. All right.
I'm down to go to the bar. I feel like I have like there's at least one power blade that I can have on offer to like trade to people.
Yeah, there's power blades.
we have so many tons of demonic mass in the bottom parts of the ship.
All right, let's go to the bar.
All right, yeah. So you guys leave the ship. As soon as you exit the ship, there's like a crowd of like servitors, like staging equipment and moving and moving materials on the ship and near the ship, getting ready to do the overhaul. It's a huge project.
Nice.
So you guys leave. You enter the station and you head towards going to a bar. You said.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way into a bar. It's dark and dingy, kind of hued red with red light. Real loud, pulsing music. Like bold impacts on the walls. Some new, some look pretty old. Some, it's a pretty rough-looking bar. But you guys enter.
Okay, cool. Are there any particularly interesting-looking people? And perhaps I could do a perception check to determine the interesting level.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Take a perception check.
Any modifiers in this one?
Go ahead and give it a plus 10.
Okay.
My wife's calling me. I'll be right back. One second.
Okay.
Oh shit, he's in trouble, boys. Yeah, all right. The demonic mass in the ship has got to be worth something to the Dark Mechanicum. So hopefully we can haggle with some of that. I mean, there's definitely crafting opportunities there for them.
Okay, I'm back.
Especially biological crafting. The best kind of crafting.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so
I passed.
you passed a lot.
Right.
Yes, so most of the bar patrons are like kind of like the general populace of the station, which kind of rough and tumble looking folks. Some mutants with different degrees of mutation. But over in the corner, you see one guy, a little bit finer clothing, sword on his belt, with a bolt pistol on the other side, and maybe some kind of trader. You're not sure, but definitely not the typical bar patron.
Would you say he's kind of roguish looking
He's kind of roguish looking, yeah.
and a trader of sorts?
Or yeah, some kind of roguish trader.
Huh, interesting.
Pirate captain.
So, so I got a barter for shit. Can I like get a couple of drinks, or like do I need?
Yeah, you can just get drinks. You can just get
All
drinks.
All right. I'm gonna grab 4 drinks, 3 for me and my boys, and then I'm gonna walk over to this roguish trader and remark about the quality of his bolt pistol, and ask him where he got it.
Who's asking? He says back.
My name's Marp, formerly of the unit I was in the Black Crusade. Now the owner of the Chains of Judgment, co-owner of the Chains of Judgment.
Oh, Chains of Judgment. I've heard of you guys. Okay, take a seat.
Thank you. May I ask what your name is?
My name's Corbin Worldsbane, he says.
Nice, that's a cool name. I don't say that, I'm thinking that.
Maybe you've heard of me, he says.
Hold on, I got this.
And also allow me to introduce you to my associates, Jeffrey Chaucer and the surgeon.
Does the surgeon have a name, or do you just call him the surgeon?
Honestly, we haven't done much in the way of introduction.
That's weird, man.
I'm a man of few words. What can I say?
So what can I do for you guys? Oh yeah, Jeffrey rolled. Jeffrey, what are you trying to say?
Oh, I was just saying that yes, I have heard of his exploits, and I was trying to flatter him.
Oh, what'd you hear?
The subjugation of the Caraxes secondary moon, the enslaving of the population was brilliant.
Correct. I don't know if I've been to that system.
Oh,
Okay.
I must have my wires crossed.
I guess so.
What brings you to the space station?
Wait, you rolled a deception check.
Yeah.
What were you lying? Oh, okay. I see. No, he deceived it well. He agrees. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
What brings you to the space station, Mr. Worldsbane?
I'm trading. Brought a shipment of slaves.
Ooh, what kind of slaves are you talking about here?
They're from all over. Some from Saint Anard's Penates. It's a penal colony. Others from around the Halo Stars. Kind of from all over. There's a slave auction here, and you can usually get some pretty good prices for items such as these.
I would love to go to a slave auction.
Whoa, calm down there, robot man.
Do they come with bomb collars? Do they come with bomb collars?
You have to buy the bomb collars separately.
Ah,
You know, you can buy pretty much
The-
anything
the-
you want. There's a 1,000 stores here.
It's very good to know. I appreciate you sharing that with us. I'm kind of curious about how long you been on this space station.
This time, I've only been here a few days right now. I've been here before though.
What do you take about the whole kind of just the ruling cliques here? What's your read on them?
Oh, the claws and the blades.
Yeah, and the dark robot guys.
I try to stay out of politics. I just know that it can get real bloody real fast.
Is there any kind of you have any insight into who might be on the up and up and who might be on the out?
Yeah, word is that Lord Nashir is just on the cusp of ascension.
Oh, have you
That
ever been
he's-
party to a demon ascension before?
Me? Oh no. I try to stay away from that kind of thing.
Interesting.
But I've heard Nashir is trying to think of something big, some big offering to the dark gods that'll push him over the edge.
Very interesting. Well, yeah, I guess we should probably, it's been nice having a little drink with you. I think we've got some good info here, fellas. I think we probably want to go to check out that slave auction, unless we might be able to make a better deal and kind of cut out the middleman.
What brings you folks to the station?
So we were prisoners, taken we were taken prisoner unjustly by the Imperium. I mean, you know how it is. They get a little bit overzealous with kind of their pursuit of so-called justice. And then this seems to happen quite a bit more often than they like to talk about. There was a warp drive malfunction on the ship that we were taken prisoner on, and it just so happens that malfunction worked in our favor. We were stranded in the warp for 7 centuries, though it passed as if it was a few days to us. We came to. The ship was primarily abandoned, except for some remaining slightly hostile crew members who we dealt with, and we managed to get out of the warp, take control of the ship, and now here we find ourselves.
Wait, I heard you killed the Inquisitor and took over the ship.
So that's that's a common.
Mark's a really funny guy, and he likes to lead people on. We actually murdered our way out of a prison before hijacking this ship, killing all the crew, and then sailing it here. We're just trying to figure out what our next move's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I mean, I know Lord Nashir wouldn't mess with anybody who just accidentally came upon a ship and killed a few people. Now they're here.
Well, look, I was just kind of to beat around the bush. I'm a modest kind of guy.
Maybe quit beating around the bush.
What are
you here for?
I told you that we killed the crew of the ship, and now we're trying to just get the lay of the land now that we've just come out of the warp after a 700-year trip. Is that difficult for you to understand?
No, crystal clear, buddy.
Marp, after one drink, is getting aggressive.
How about you fuck off?
All right. It was nice talking with you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Let's go check out the market or the slave auction.
Balterus.
Yeah.
How's your reading going?
I don't know. Sitting there reading this book.
Okay, how about you give me a check real quick?
What am I checking again?
Let's do a. What's your lore skills? What do you have?
I have Forbidden Lore Psyker,
Is that it?
and that's it.
Oh, you're stupid. Give me a. What's whatever the unmodified, a challenging for Scholastic Lore Occult test. You're going to be taking this at -10. So it's going to be intelligence -10. Yeah, you're still reading.
What an idiot.
You're just trying to decipher, trying to like just collate all the different texts and kind of organize them. You haven't learned much, but you have learned that the planet in question that this book is specifically written about is called Limoges 4, also known as Saint Anard's Penance.
All right, cool.
Did the man who we just spoke with talk about that world?
He
Or
did.
did I?
He
He
did.
said so is Balturus communicating that to us though?
He can be.
All right, Balturus, I'm getting something on my walkie-talkie. It's Balturus telling me everything that Keith just said.
Damn, dude, Matt, you're role playing for Tyler. Nice one, dude.
That's the mind link, pal.
This is my favorite role playing session.
I like when Matt role plays with himself across 3 different characters. It's good.
Okay, all right.
Do you remember what he said about Saint Anard's Penance?
It was a penal colony.
What else did he say?
Now he got slaves from it, but I don't have perfect memory, unfortunately.
That might be a pretty valuable resource, right?
Yeah, which Bonely has, but we forgot to bring Bonely, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Bonely has what? What does
I'm gonna
Bonely
recall
have?
trivia.
Oh, a total recall. Yeah, just you just call him. Just signal him. You have like a button. I don't know. You're like a robot. Just fucking call him.
Cell phone.
I pull him out of my man bag. He was here
Okay.
all along.
There's
Just forgot
Bonely.
about it. Yeah, sorry, Bonely. So, Bonely, what do you know about this this system now that you've had time to update some of your memory and memory systems from like the computers and shit that are on the station and on our ship?
So out of Bonely's mouth comes a printed sheet of paper.
Well, you're literally carrying the printer around.
And you get this.
I love it, Bonely.
Damn, Keith, this is good role play too.
So go ahead and take a few minutes to read that if you want.
But real quick, after we walk out of the bar and that unpleasant interaction with that guy, I pull my homies aside. I'm like, look, we gotta get our shit straight when it comes to our story and what went on here, because we gotta stop contradicting ourselves.
Yeah,
I feel like
real.
I feel like that what we actually did to take over the ship is pretty fucking impressive. Also, all of the other individual histories that kind of follow us to the points in our lives where we're at now. I don't really think that it is helpful for us to lie about what's gone on.
I don't remember anything before I woke up on the ship, so I can't really speak about what I was and what happened to me before then. But I can say that seeing the kind of people that we're interacting with and knowing what it's like to become a leader and a warlord and a tyrant, we can't just tell people we need to boast, and we need to play on the image that we have. Everyone already thinks that we took over this ship through our sheer will, and we did. We just don't have to tell them all the details.
I didn't know you had amnesia, bro.
it's weird with circuitry in your brain. Sometimes it's perfect memory and sometimes it's not. But I mean, who cares what your old memories are? Really, it's all about your future memories.
I just added this printout for the planet to your guys' sheet as a handout. You guys should all have it.
Oh, good.
I don't know
Didn't
how.
you some-
I think I don't know how you get to those. I think in the journal maybe it should be there.
I see it under the character sheet
Okay.
area.
No indigenous population. So that means that whoever the hell wrote this book, if it's from this world, really was a prisoner or a member of the administration on the world, which is quite interesting for a chaotic book.
Well, no, this information is what Bonely pulled up, right?
Right. But
Yeah.
we know that this wasn't this planet referenced in the book.
This planet was referenced in the book. Yeah, correct.
So
If you look at the
I'm
very bottom of that printout, it might answer a
of
couple of your questions. If you recall what Lord Nashir said last week, this planet that the book references, which you now learned is this one, Limoges 4, used to be in the Screaming Vortex, and now it's no longer there. And he wants you guys to drag it back in the Screaming Vortex with whatever means are described in the secret book.
Sorry.
oh crazy. Mm-hmm.
Full of warp dinosaurs.
So we got a world that came from the warp. So who the hell knows what its actual history is? That's now a prison colony.
Mm-hmm. It's a prison colony, and because of its rich natural resources and its large, plentiful manufactorums.
Mm-hmm.
Does Bonely have access to the administrative archive mentioned at the top?
Yeah, that's Bonley has access to what the data net that's here at the station. This is all the information that he had.
I'm gonna have him pull any video or audio recordings of Warden Phineas Morn.
Who? Oh, is it?
They
Is,
broke.
there's
They
none
broke.
available. Yeah, there's none available. That's that would be kept lock and key by the Arbites.
Is there any like news broadcasts or anything? I just want to get a sense of this guy.
Yeah. About him specifically.
Yes.
You just know he's an accomplished and decorated member of the Adeptus Arbites.
More specifically, I was wondering if there's like an hour of material I can study to learn his voice patterns.
No, unfortunately, there's not.
All right.
You would also
There's
know
gonna
that.
be.
Sorry, go ahead, Anton.
I was just going to say there's a naval contingent to this planet. Though maybe they're not there, but it seems like whatever whatever ritual or procedure that we might have to do for this planet, assuming it's on the planet or around the planet, we're gonna have to come up with a way to deal with the Imperial Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they make body bags here.
Hell yeah, dude.
Also, I'd like to bring to everyone's attention the fact that there's a garrison of 10,000 troops.
Right.
At least, because it sounds like there's also a rather significant Adeptus Arbites population. So with this in mind, depending, pretty much, I think I'm talking with everyone, and I'm also talking on the walkie-talkie to Baltaris.
You guys have a
Where's
psychic
that?
ability, right? Where you just talk in your heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does he have to? Do you have to cast that every time?
I don't
God,
know.
why would you say that?
Okay.
Yes, cast it.
Yeah, I'm
Baltaris.
supposed to.
Cast
No,
the
I have to
fucking
be in.
power.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I have to be in range, like an eye contact with
You-
everyone.
Okay, so yeah, keep talking on the Vox.
Okay, I'm talking on the Vox. Yes, that's it. So on our Vox, I'm just kind of we're all talking. We're sharing this info. I say, that's a pretty sizable garrison. Our ship's in pretty rough shape. We'll definitely have to be mindful of that, depending on what other regardless of whatever kind of a scheme we try to pull off here. What do you guys think?
Whatever we do, we can't be called into pitched battle.
Yeah, for sure. We may be able to play off the fact that this ship is an inquisitorial vessel, though, after we actually dock somewhere, things may get interesting. Or perhaps maybe the play that we could do is to drop off prisoners to the planet. That may be the way that we get access to the world, but we won't know. We need to know more about this book and what the procedure calls for.
I might be able to pass myself off as an interrogator Korean as well.
Cool.
All right.
Well, thank you, Bunley. I replaced his printer cartridge so he can print more in the future.
I just lost the thing.
So that sheet is in your guys' character. It's in your journal now. I added it to your guys' journal.
Okay.
That's super cool, by the way, and that it just fucking pops up
Yeah,
when you
it's really
want
nice.
it to. Yeah.
Where is it in my journal?
It should be there. In
It's
player's
not in your
journal.
character sheet, it's on the
Yeah,
side.
if you click the journal button in the top tab, I think it
Uh-huh.
should just be there for you, right? Is that right, Gask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not there for me.
You see all the 4 characters.
Do you see the surgeon, Balthus, Jeffrey, and Marp? Do you see all the characters there?
Okay, sorry. I was looking at my character sheet.
Gotcha.
Yep, my bad.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, for our next stop, I'd like to. All right. Well, let's go to the slave market. That was the plan, right?
Sure, we can go there.
Okay.
We can go to the general market, whatever you guys want to do. In case you want to just do some trading for shit, but I'll let you guys pick.
Well, I personally need to visit the Dark Mechanicum so that I can haggle for and acquire the right organic and mechanical parts to put together this minion that is just I am an artist and my fingers require me to mend and put together flesh.
Let's do that. I'd like to visit the Dark Mechanicum as well.
Let's go.
Okay, so you head over to the area where generally the Dark Mechanicum's housed, and it's on complete lockdown.
Interesting.
Just a closed door. No control pads. No nothing.
That's fine. We got a key.
What are you gonna do? I want to remind you that there are probably some Dark Mechanicum adepts working on your ship.
Pro tip, yes. Let's calm our book reader. Well, now it's probably better if I do it in person. I'm gonna go back to the ship and see if I can find one of the adepts that's working on the repairs.
Baltris, go ahead and give me another lore check. Same thing you did last time.
You got about.
You're still just thumbing through. You have no idea what you're looking at. Just a bunch of scribbles. You're really dumb.
Would you suck a hug?
Intelligence failure. All right. Okay. So you guys make your way back over to the shipyards and make your way back to the dock that your ship is in. And for the most part, it's all servitors. It's like a massive warehouse full of materials and supplies. But you see one individual in a red cloak with a silver arm, clicking at a data pad and looking at the ship.
Approach the I guess the tech priest, and make sure I approach him in the proper way of the Mechanicum.
Which is what?
I don't know, but I should know since I do have lore for Mechanicum.
Yeah, but just go ahead and describe it for me though.
Well, there's a secret handshake that we have with our servo arms.
Oh, okay,
So
that's cool.
we fly these hand signals to each other that translate to binary. Yeah, it's really
I
complicated.
don't think I've heard of that one before. That's pretty cool, though,
A
Anton.
puny mind like yours couldn't possibly comprehend.
Okay, fair enough. Very cool.
Binary sign language.
All right, you approach him. What are you gonna say to him?
I introduce myself as the owner of the ship and ask that I'm. Oh my God, Anton. Say that I'm excited to see a fellow Mechanicum tech priest, since we don't have many on our ship, and I'm looking to acquire some supplies that are specific to procedure or mechanical project that I need to work on, and I can't seem to find them in the marketplace. I wanted to visit your enclave, but it seems to be locked. Is there any way that you could what would you recommend I do?
What do you require?
Give to him a list of the things that I feel I need for this project that I have, which includes mechanical bits, flesh bits, poisonous bits, things that are not too complicated to explain, but I have jotted down ahead of time.
Why would I help you? I'm already repairing your ship.
Well, we're already paying you to repair this ship.
You are not paying me.
Someone is paying you on our behalf.
Why should I help you?
What do we have to offer them in the basement?
Thousands of lascons.
Yeah. We have thousands of supplies of also flesh and mechanical parts, and also demonically infused flesh and mechanical parts, as you know, as you're doing repairs on this ship.
He considers for a moment and then says, I'll see what I can do. And carries on about his work, just completely ignoring you.
Okay, I will say I'll leave Bonely here and say that if he when he thinks about it, he can contact us through our servo skull, and then I'm gonna go to Tyler and tap you out and start to look at the book.
All right. While you come into contact with me, I will cast Mind.
Yeah, go ahead and cast it.
Oh, I easily pass.
Okay, yeah, so you guys, your minds are linked now. You can just instantaneously, over a kilometer, speak with each other. Now,
No, it's over 3 kilometers.
Okay, I should remind you the space station is huge.
Sure, but at least we can do something.
Okay. All right. Anton, or the surgeon, starts studying the book and relieves Balturus.
All right. Before I leave, I ask Anton where Marp and Chaucer went to.
I let him know that they've gone to a slave market to acquire more biomass for us to work with.
Can I take Bonely with me?
Say that you can take Bonely with you, but yeah, check on the tech priest and see if he has come up with an offer for us. And if not, then I guess we'll hit him up later.
All right.
Before you ask the tech priest, he told you when you were speaking with him that he'll see what he can do before the ship is rebuilt. So it's been like several hours maybe, and
okay.
It might take him several days to do what you ask if he's going to do it at all.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, you can take Bonley, bro.
All right.
Okay. So Jeffrey, what are you doing?
I believe Marp and I are heading towards or are at the slave auction.
Okay, Baltros, you could talk with them, so you guys can meet up there.
Yeah, I'll meet them at the slave auction. I'm gonna mind control everyone into not bidding.
Yo, come to Slaves R Us.
Hey, Jeffrey
Yeah, I got
and
it.
Marp, on your way there, Jeffrey, some individual in a dirty blue robe bumps into you, and it seemed pretty innocuous, and keeps on running like he wasn't paying attention. But you
When
feel
we bump, I'm going to instinctively sleight of hand and try to reach into his pocket.
well. He sleight of handed you, and you
Or
feel something.
cheeky.
You feel something heavy in your pocket. You could choose to look at it now, or you can wait and look at it later in private.
I'm
It's a
gonna
banana.
wait.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge it.
Okay. So on to the slave market.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys get the slave market. It's like a big like arena looking thing where they're like they're parading slaves up on a big race platform and describing them. Generally, the slaves that are auctioned here are like higher skilled slaves, not just like your typical like mutant like bilge type slave. Those just get sold in mass. The ones that are sold here are typically skilled or sought after for some reason. And so you guys go in and you sit down, and now what?
So,
All
like,
right. So we need to strategize on who we're gonna go at. We'll need we should go for like a quartermaster kind of guy. Probably somebody who knows about like gunnery.
Navigator, or do we have a navigator now?
I am a navigator.
Yeah, in this universe, you can just like learn to be a navigator if you're a psyker.
so like, what do we have to bid with?
Good question.
Dead bodies.
It's the exchange rate for alive to dead bodies.
Let's just watch a couple of these auctions go and then see. Maybe I can mind control somebody into just giving us one of theirs.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
like it.
I feel like they might. I feel like they might be wised up to something like that. But okay.
Let's just see how this goes. Let's see what currency they use, and then maybe we can go get.
sure. So you guys sit and you watch, and you see like a group of slaves go up, and they're like like heavy equipment operators. They're trained in that, and people are yelling and yelling at each other at the auctioneer, and it seems people are mostly trading in other slaves, like low value slaves. Um, the
Only some of those.
but it's not under. You're also noticing people like betting like more expensive things. Like one guy might bet a weapon. One guy might bet like a ground transport, whatever. People will trade anything, and it's up to the auctioneer to determine what's of highest value.
We have void capable craft that are in our hangar.
You do.
How many?
There is one Inquisition gun cutter.
Okay, we need at least one shuttle.
Yeah, we do.
What else is available to us? Do we have like a list? Here's all the last guns we've recovered. Here's
I'm not gonna like make you guys like index an actual list, but like we have a general idea of what you have, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
there's-
okay,
I mean, a whole starship worth of. I mean, we're talking about a whole city worth of equipment.
Yeah, but these people are mostly trading in human lives.
Yeah. So how do we go get some more cheap humans?
Yeah, where are you gonna get a bunch of human lives?
This ain't our bag yet. We got to go get some.
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna mind probe the auctioneer subtly so he doesn't, and figure out where
Mind probe subtly. Okay.
the cheap ass slave on.
All right.
Ooh, I definitely failed, and I caused a
Apparels.
psychic phenomenon.
This is going excellently.
That's a 13. Let me look real quick. You fucking shitter. Where's the stupid ass table? What did you roll? A 13.
Yeah.
The temperature plummets for an instant, and a thin coating of frost covers everything within 3 to 10 meters. So everyone stops, and they notice this like instantly. Like here, I'll roll 23 meters of the room just covered in frost, and everyone
It's like
stops and they turn and they're just looking at you.
Oopsie poopsie.
All right, you guys want to leave, or are you gonna wait to see what happens next, or?
I want to wait and see who wins the next auction, and then talk to them about where they get their cheap.
Okay, yeah, another auction comes up. These ones are for like this one's for like a group of like heavy lifting servitors, and one guy bets 500 mutant slaves, and he wins.
All right, I want to go talk.
Okay, yeah, you make your way over to his seat. He's still there at the auction. Maybe he wants to bid on something else, and you go ahead and sit down next to him.
I'm gonna I'll subtly mind probe him.
You can't.
Except
Okay,
this time,
no,
talk to him, bro.
Subtle mind bro.
All right, yeah, you sat down next to him, and he like looks at you, and then all of a sudden you mind probe him.
The guy who let out the blizzard fart earlier.
Yeah, but except this time, I actually pretty much do read his.
Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to know where he got his slave.
He stole them from a lightly defended Imperial colony in the Halo Stars.
All right, I'm gonna try and delude him here.
Okay.
So I gain plus 20 to all my interaction rolls.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and charm.
All right, go ahead. What are you trying to charm him for? Well, what do you
Because
want?
I want.
What do you want?
I want to know. I want to. Hey, I just couldn't help but notice you've put up a fair amount of slaves there. I was wondering where someone like myself could go find, meat of that caliber on this station.
Meet a what? I'm sorry.
Meat of that caliber.
You can buy slaves anywhere in the market district. Are you new? Everyone deals in slaves.
Oop! I failed anyway. We are new.
I saw that
Actually,
little
we just
stunt.
came
I
in
saw
on the
that
train
stunt
to
that you
Judgment.
pulled over there. You
Pumped out his shits and pants.
think we're stupid? We know we were trying to mind probe the auctioneer. You know what that does? You know what people do to you around here?
All right, I'm gonna compel him to go to. Nope, I failed.
Is that a perils?
No, it has to be over 9.
Dang it. Okay. Get the fuck away from me, he
I'm
says.
about 20 feet away and pretending like I don't know these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't come over. I did not
All right,
walk,
does he have
walk
a-
along with Baltaris to pull off this Sun Tzu move on this guy.
Does he have any sort of like grenades or explosives that I can see?
No, he's not here to fight. He's here to buy some shit, homie.
All right, well, I was hoping.
What are we gonna
Alright,
do?
I was gonna-
What are we gonna do?
I was gonna pull the pin on the grenade and kill him since he
Oh
failed
my
me.
god.
Oh god, I love that Tyler is like this serial mind rapist. Whatever he does, he just mind fucks everyone.
It sounds like if you guys want to buy any of these slaves, you need to find a bunch of slaves that you could sell.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to go find.
Okay.
We have a spaceship full of worthless slaves that are uncooperative. I see an opportunity to upgrade from.
Make an upgrade with 2D.
Yeah. The question is, how do we subdue and transport?
I think that those people, those beings, can still be worth something to us. And I'm also, based on kind of the auctions that we've seen so far, I don't think they're going to be worth shit.
Marp's right. I mean, if
if we take the bits from the dead servitors and then we
Oh my god! I put my
Wrap
mouth. I
them
put my
in the
mouth over
living
the surgeon's fucking or my hand, not my mouth. I give him a big kiss. I throw up my hands and walk away from the surgeon as he starts talking about stapling people together again.
As Marp starts to walk away, they bring up one slave up onto the platform, and they say, "This slave came from Saint Anard's penance. Very valuable manufactorum worker, highly skilled."
Okay, all right. I take a seat in one of the
How many? What's
STP.
we don't really quite have slaves to bid on, but we do have
You got some
like
shit.
I raised
we
my
have like
hand
some.
and
Well, we
one.
have some servitors, right? We got some crappy servitors.
We got a shitload of last guns and power blades and shit. Let's just
That's what I was thinking.
let's see.
How many power blades do we have? 10.
Yeah, like 10, I guess.
How many
But
last
how?
guns do we have?
About the same, right? About 10.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Okay,
we'll start the bid with.
how many frag grenades do I have?
You have like 70.
Yeah, that's right. Say it again.
You have 70 frag grenades.
We'll start the bid with 3 power blades.
Wait. Well, yeah. All right, yeah, but all right. Let's let them introduce the product.
Yeah. See, now you understand. And then we talk about the flesh staples.
I don't.
I can't wait to turn this guy into a servitor.
Me too. You see, this guy understands.
All right, he kind
The
of already,
second we do,
he introduced her
Go ahead.
already. She comes from Saint Anard's penance. You all know where that is. Imperial Penal Colony.
I
Big
start hollering.
manufactorums.
I start hooting.
Woo! Woohoo!
yeah,
Yeah!
I wolf whistle.
And he's a highly skilled operator for the heavy equipment and the manufactorums. These don't come cheap, folks. And one person across the arena from you stands up and says, 100 slaves.
We stand up and
Baltaris,
say
you're a guy.
5 power blades.
They laugh at you. Power blades. The high bid stole the 100 slaves.
Fuck.
I'm gonna stand up and bid 1 rogue psyker.
I accept the bid.
All right, yeah, he accepts your bid for 1 rogue psyker. You're the high bidder.
Hell yeah.
Anyone else? The same man that had the initial bid stands up and he says 300 slaves.
Is that more than 1 rogue psyker?
Is that really worth more than me?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Listen,
All right.
they've seen what you can do, okay? And they're not impressed.
Tyler, you literally just shit your pants, dude. Just publicly dumped.
Made some popsicles. Everybody saw what I could do.
All right. I mind link with my boys. Should we offer? Oh no, we probably don't want to offer the living mass in the ship.
We have macro cannon ammunition. Even.
Oh yeah. Well,
potentially-
wait. We probably want to hang on to that though, right?
You probably
Well,
want to
we
hang
need
on.
to
You
have to
probably want to
fire
hang
the
on
gun.
to the guns for the ship. Yeah. I'm gonna take a piss. You guys talk amongst yourselves in character.
What do we have that's equivalent to this?
I don't really know that we like have anything. I mean, fuck.
Well, we really don't know what we have in the ship, right? We should have.
That is true.
The surgeon.
We don't know what we have of value.
We have like a cargo manifest that we can check.
I should be able to do that on the ship. I can do that when Keith comes back. I mean, the ship, the gunship is worth probably a lot more than a couple hundred slaves. But
We want to hang on to that shuttle though.
we need it. We need some kind of void capable gunship for transport, no question. But we do. I'm seeing like with how limited we're able to haggle, and I feel like just as an aside, in the future, before wherever we go next, we gotta go and like raid some shit. We need to get some resources to allow us to haggle for stuff. Because right now we're just gonna have a ship.
You know what we're gonna have to do here is we're gonna have to confront the guy who purchases them. Let them buy them. We'll catch them afterwards.
So that's an option. Another option is we could bid our services as mercenaries for a set time frame or a set task.
Oh, I like that. Let's try that.
All right.
I would be up for an
Back.
extra job.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that, Mark.
Well, Taurus, you're our talker.
We offered a bid of the services of the crew of the Breakers of Chains for the next, what do we have, 6 days? For the next 5 days. That way we.
Are you offering this to the auctioneer?
Yes.
He's kind of incredulous. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Who are you?
We're the Breakers of the Inquisition.
Okay, yeah, he accepts that as a bid. It's a little unconventional. It's a slave market, but he'll take it, and ask anybody else going once, and the gentleman who's a previous high bidder sits down going twice, and someone else stands up. 1,500 slaves.
Hold on, before he talks.
Okay.
I'm gonna compel.
Okay.
Sit your ass down. Oh, I easily pass.
All right, what do you have him do?
What do I need to hit? Let's see. 42 plus. Or wait. Hold on. My willpower is 57 plus 20 is 77. So 42, 52, 62, 72. I have succeeded with 3 degrees.
Okay, what are you gonna make him do?
Oops, close his mouth and not talk.
He stands up and he's trying to talk, but his mouth just won't open. He's going. And you win. You win the auction. You won the slave.
Oh God.
All right,
man. And hold on a sec. How many slaves do we need to run the ship?
One left now.
Yeah, one last.
Yes. All right.
All right, you guys won the auction. The slave will be transported to your ship.
Okay. To whom are we indebted?
You will find out later.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm game with that.
All right.
If we don't like the job, we'll just compel him to not make us do it.
To say we're released from our contract, man. It's tight that you unlocked the psychic powers of mod console. Just deleting characters.
But it only works like half the time.
Yeah, just hitting the tilde aside and then just deleting characters.
Dory, one of these days they just won't work. You can trust me on that one.
I thought you were gonna pull it out earlier, but I'd like to go to a weapons market.
I should have used telekinesis to close his throat instead.
Yeah, just kill him.
Just Darth Vader choke him from across the room.
You should have just manned up and had him try to shoot himself in the head, even though it's a harder roll.
You could try to resist it, actually. I mean,
I don't have a character sheet. You guys got it.
All right.
I'd like to go to a weapons market.
As would I.
Okay, everybody else in agreement?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm taking control of the party. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you guys go to the weapon market. The market district is huge. There's 1,000 different shops of different types. You can buy anything here, pretty much. Gear, weapons, drugs. I mean, anything.
How about armor?
Yeah, certainly.
If we were going to look for a couple suits of light power armor for my friends here, where would we go?
You would go to the armor store.
Oh, that's conveniently named.
Mm-hmm. No, there's like a general like weapon and gear store, so it has things like melee weapons and ranged weapons and gear, armor, that kind of thing. And it's kind of like a mega store, right? It's huge, and it's like security's really tight. So anybody who's dealing in any type of quality weapons has mega tight security. So
Cool.
do you want to go in?
Yeah, let's take a look in the armor. The armor. Let's just get a price list.
Yeah, okay. There isn't really a price list. It's kind of a bartering type thing, right? But there's certainly armor here.
All right. Well, we'll belly up to the armor box. We're gonna go ahead and delude this guy. Oh, I hella pass.
Yeah, you
All
try
right,
you
so-
try to delude him, but as soon as you try to reach
Wow,
into the Imperium,
you're
your psychic powers wither. You know.
I was just gonna mind control him to give us the best deals.
Yeah, so they know your type.
Space Judaism.
They know your type, and this entire storage is psychically warded.
I bet it is. Okay, who's got the best fellowship?
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, bitch. I'm the GM, not you, okay?
I don't think my fellowship's that high.
Mine's 39.
Be Jeffrey, right?
Yep, that'd be me. So is Baltar's power armor something you want me to ask about?
Yeah. Well, you know, what's the stock? What can we take a look?
Well, I'm sure we can find anything we want here. It's just how much do we need to pay for it?
The man behind the counter sees you guys just stand there looking at each other because since you're talking psychically. Oh no, you're not because it's warded. You're speaking out loud. And he says, "What can I help you boys with?"
I turn to him and say, hallucination grenades, cases of them.
Hallucination grenades. Those are rare. We got every kind of grenade. Thousands of them. I'll ask my boss if we have any hallucination grenades.
All right. Except
This is an old sales.
So he disappears and he comes back 10, 15 minutes later. He's like, yeah, we might have a couple of those.
Okay. Can I see them?
He reaches underneath the counter and you hear him keying something into like a keypad, and he hears something click and open up, and he pulls out a hallucination grenade he's holding in his hands. He's not gonna hand it to you because that'd be insane, right? He's gonna show it to you.
I'm going to take a close look at it.
Okay.
And
Okay, a 7 degree of success deceive roll.
This is wasn't the hallucination grenade I was expecting. This is flawed. It yes, it is a hallucination grenade, but it's this was manufactured in the
There's a recall.
yeah.
Oh,
The
well,
pins don't
really?
work.
Fudge
Wow.
rolled
You know what?
shitholy F5.
I think you're right. We'll just go ahead and dispose of this.
I'll use it. You don't need to throw it away, but here. I pull
Well,
out my.
listen. Faulty or not, I can't just give this away. What do you got?
I'm gonna pull out my, in a non-threatening manner, my power blade and set it on the table.
Okay.
And be like, how many can I get for this?
We only have 2.
Bullshit. You got a whole crate of these, I say.
Yeah.
All right, we have a little more than 2. We got a box. we got a box of 10.
Good. We'll take the box.
You're trading your power sword for some grenades?
We're trading a power blade for a box of.
No,
hallucination.
do you say power sword or power blade?
You said power blade.
Bladed, I think is what I had.
Okay.
None of us have a power sword. I don't.
Gask has a power sword.
I looted it, so it was probably a blade.
Yeah, so I know you have the Interrogator Crane's power sword, and you also have a blade then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. You just take these busted grenades off. I swore these were good.
Well,
What a
we'll find
fucking
out.
idiot.
So what'd you say?
He said it over the mind.
No,
That's like
no, you
a
didn't.
word.
Yeah, it's
I
worded,
said it
bro.
to my no. That was just me thinking it to myself.
He accidentally screams it.
He has Tourette's. Sorry.
All right, yeah.
He has
So
he has chaos Tourette's where it's only bad.
Yes, Tourette's.
so yeah, he hands you the box of grenades and he takes the power blade and puts it somewhere behind the counter.
What kind of heat you got here? What kind of bolters you got?
He gestures behind him, and what you see is a wide variety of weapons. Pretty much any kind of standard issue guard gear he has. All your las carbines, las rifles, shotguns, flamers, like a couple grenade launchers, that kind of thing. All like the normal, tons of shitty weapons too, like all the primitive like garbage weapons he has too. There's thousands of them.
Mhm.
But at the very top, in a plasteel case in a stasis field, is a heavy bolter.
Ooh.
I knew you were gonna do that.
While Marp shits his pants over that, I'll step up. Hey, I've got this Imperial standard issue last gun. It hasn't even been exposed to the warp that long. Good manufacturing
That long.
quality from a known forge world. I want to trade this for an assault
For what?
for a shotgun.
All right, deal.
There you go.
So that's just a regular shotgun.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of shotguns are.
So
I
there's
just
a
think a shotgun's cooler than a last rifle.
there's a shotgun which is 1d10 plus 4, pen 0.
It's a little better, sort of.
There's a Legion shotgun which is better, but that's not what he has. He doesn't have any Space Marine weapons.
I'm okay with the shotgun. I'll get Anton to make me some explosive slug.
Cool. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So
there is a. Is
go
that
ahead and
the
add a
assault
shotgun.
shotgun?
Yeah, so I lose the last gun and gain a shot.
Yeah, there is not an assault shotgun, is there?
Oh, I don't.
I think that's the same one we're talking about. Yeah.
There's
that's
just
what
there's
it's
just one
called.
called shotgun.
There's assault shotgun. It's the one 1d10 plus 4, right?
Oh, I see it.
Shoots.
1d10 plus 4. What's different?
It's got semi-auto. Whereas, where's the other one? Oh,
It's
I
down
see.
down a
Yeah,
little farther. They're the same.
one of them is semi-auto and
Oh,
one isn't.
one of them you can fire 3 shots. Yeah, that's probably what you want, right? An assault shotgun.
Oh, you better believe it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you picked yourself up an assault shotgun. Traded for a las gun. Pretty even
Bang.
trade.
I mean, except for the part where
Hey,
you got gypped.
Marp, what do you want, or what do you have to trade for the heavy bolter?
Real quick before I go down, I have a rules question.
Yeah.
How exactly does using heavy weapons like that work
You
people like me?
you take a full turn to set it up, like brace it, and then you can fire it like normal after that.
Okay. Are there like talents or skills I can get that like make that better or something?
I think I can turn it into like a half action with one of the talents or something like that.
Bulging biceps, I think.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, where you ignore the effects of recoil. How many shells do I get with this?
I don't know.
Don't make me mind control this guy.
Like 100 doesn't matter. Like 100 shells. You can't mind control him first off.
I'll wait till he's done with work, then you'll see what happens.
All right.
Why don't we
All
take this outside, you little bitch?
All right. I step up to the haggling plate.
All right. What do you want?
I'm interested in learning a little bit about that heavy bolter. What makes it so special? Why is it all locked up and shit? I mean, it
Ooh,
can't
this
just be
heavy
a regular
bolter?
heavy bolter.
This is my prized possession here. This came from a Space Marine Legion hero. It was his personal weapon.
Yikes.
That sounds like a crock of shit.
I've
That's what I think over the mind.
Doesn't work here.
Yeah, this doesn't work. You say it out loud, dude.
Starting to get to myself. We need Chaucer to roll in with that big fellowship check and get a
I'm gonna
mighty
listen.
discount.
I'm gonna evaluate what he's saying.
Would it be a scrutiny check?
Oh, maybe.
I think scrutiny is a skill.
roll both, and then I'll look it up.
Nice, a big failure.
So yeah, sounds
Oh my
legit.
god, by one.
Sounds legit,
By
dude.
one.
You guys,
Oh, that looks totally authentic.
That's interesting. What kind of extra stuff does it have on it?
what else could you want? It fires heavy bolter shells automatic.
What kind of weapon mods does it have to it?
It's standard issue.
Interesting. All right, well,
But these are rare. You're not going to find these anywhere else in the station.
Yeah, but nobody even has the capacity to manufacture bolt
guys, I'm the heavy bolter guy.
Hey,
Actually,
Keith,
I'm the heavy bolter
That's
guy.
true.
He says to you.
No,
Commerce is
Hold on.
I was shouting over all of my all of my friends who, whenever the guy says anything, just immediately yell bullshit.
What's Jeffrey? What about commerce?
commerce is the skill for evaluating the value of an item or commodity.
Evaluating the item, is that the same thing as figuring out if someone's lying about the value of an item?
The example talks about examining a newly acquired imperial something with a mind to sell it.
How about we roll a d10? Evens me, odds you.
All right. You win.
Yeah. So sorry. Better roll. Better have someone else roll a scrutiny check on it. Marp,
Okay,
since you're dealing with it, Marp, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Also, I have heavy bolter training, so I should probably I know a lot about heavy bolters.
Sure.
So
yeah,
I should. What kind of modifier should I get here?
Just standard.
+0.
Yeah. So what would that be exactly?
I think it's just gonna be like a is that a fellowship roll?
Scrutiny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's either here. Let me look it up in the book real quick.
It said that Jeffrey's scrutiny floor was 19. I don't know what the hell floor is. I don't know what those formulas are, so maybe I should read those. Never mind.
Scrutiny is here. It is.
It's perception.
Yeah, so scrutiny says it can also be used to analyze an object or display in detail, determining information that may be hidden or simply not readily apparent. So, what does it fucking say?
I think it miscalculated my roll.
I think it did too.
What'd you roll?
It looks like I rolled a 20.
Which is a pass, right?
No, it would have been because it thinks my skill was 19.
What's that? What the fuck is that 19?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was confused by.
My perception, which the skill's based upon, is 39. Oh, it's -20 because I'm unskilled. That's why. Okay, it makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, so I think this would just be like an intelligence thing. So go just take an unmodified intelligence check, Mark.
Me?
Or it's awareness. Wait, no. Yeah, didn't you say you wanted to check it?
Yeah. Perception?
I think it's perception, yeah.
Unmodified? Even though I got really good heavy bolter training?
Right, yeah. That just means you know how to shoot the gun. Doesn't necessarily mean you know how to like check for like its history or if someone's lying about it, you know?
I feel like I could discern whether or not one was like of particularly unique provenance. But you know,
maybe if you held it. You know what? It looks like a really nice heavy bolter.
Okay. All right. Anyway. All right. Listen, guy. I want to take this heavy bolter off your hands. I can offer. All right. So I'm gonna start. I got a little bit of a schemer. I'm gonna start the bidding low. This power blade I have.
Power blade. I got 100 of those, dude. Come on.
Okay. All right. I reach for my backpack.
This is my most prized possession here, as far as my ranged weapons go. You gotta cop up some cash, homie.
I hear you. That heavy bolter is your most prized possession?
One of them.
And I reach in my backpack, I pull out my bow, and I put it on the countertop, and I say, "This is my most prized possession."
He gestures over to a stack of bows.
Okay, all right. So
Surprise.
I nod, I squint my eyes a little bit. Say, okay, all right. You drive a hard bargain. I reach into my backpack. I grab the pipe that I got from the ship early on, and I place the pipe, and I say, "This has been exposed to foul warp magics, and come out the other side. It's also been used to brain."
As he sets it down, I audibly gasp. And I try to pick it up off the table. Not that!
Look out a window. This entire station is surrounded by warp energies.
But is it surrounded by pipes?
Come on, man. You're wasting my time.
All right. All right.
Goddamn.
I was just playing with you. All right. I got like 5 of these fucking power blades. I got how about 60 grenades?
Who are you again? What's your name?
My name's Marp.
Marp. Where have I heard
Mark
that
the
name?
Fool.
Where have I heard that name?
Well, I helped lead a rebellion against the Imperium during the Black Crusade, and I killed a lot of Tyranids. And I killed a lot of Imperial soldiers.
Oh
I got
no, you're the guys from the Chains of Judgment.
Mm-hmm.
You guys killed that Inquisitor and stole his ship.
Something like that.
Wow. You're trading grenades?
I got a lot of space for grenades, man.
How many?
51.
How many grenades? 50, 51?
We've got this box of 10 hallucination grenades.
I would give you 3 power blades and 60 grenades.
I'll be honest with you, Marp. That's not a good offer. But I'll let it go for that, the power blades and the grenades, and a vial of each of your blood.
Whoa.
No way.
All right, hold on. All right, we need all right. Some of the smart guys do some kind of fucking weird check on this.
Yeah.
I'd say, all right. I ask him, what do you need our blood for?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna need a little bit more. I
I'm gonna look into it, but-
appreciate your ingenuity and offers, but I need to understand what you want to use my use my blood for.
Well,
Big
man,
fail.
It will have its uses.
I'm out.
Do you want the heavy bolter or not?
I don't want it that bad.
Baltaris, is there any smart shit you could do?
No, keeps it on the anti-magic force field.
I'll give him my blood, my black blood.
Yeah, who's your Anton comes screaming in over the walkie-talkie about how he just wants to give his blood to people.
Yeah.
He's been listening the entire time.
Oh, speaking of, let's take a little break from the barter. Anton, go ahead and give me a lore check.
Okay, dokie. Just regular lore.
Yeah.
Where's the button for that? They just don't have a regular lore button.
Whatever you got.
Oh man, I'll just do intelligence, right? That's the same
Okay.
as just regular lore.
Yeah. Why did it say
What an
-3 on my
idiot!
screen?
Because he rolled 100.
Oh.
We hope
Yeah. So far, your time reading the book has been completely fruitless. You've gleaned nothing from it.
Will you stop licking the pages? That's gross.
I'm just thinking about
It's
the
hard to tell
biomass.
what to know.
All right, back to the bartering. He's just asked for a vial of each of your blood. All three.
I'm going to do an intelligence check here. Oh, that big failed.
No, Baltarus.
Either way, I'm not handing over any blood to this. Listen, dude, we're not going to barter in, like, chaos stuff. I'm not exposing my
Chaos stuff? You guys are chaos stuff. You killed Inquisitor, man.
I'm gonna take a perception check.
What are you trying to perceive?
I'm trying to perceive what the fuck he wants in my blood.
I don't think perception was going to help you there. It's like a Jeffrey had the right idea, like a lore thing, right?
I don't know any lore. I got intelligence. How
Just
about
big smart.
what about survival?
No.
All right. Hold on, real quick. real quick. 1 second.
Okay.
Pause time.
Pause time. Okay.
Time is paused.
We may need to find ourselves another heavy bolter, but guys.
I think this heavy bolter's not gonna combat.
Combat sense. Interesting. No. Yeah. I'm good. I appreciate you barring with me. I might come back at a later date, but I'm just not ready to give.
Hey,
up.
man, this is a
my blood.
bargain. You're not going to find one of these anywhere else in the station.
Oh, he's getting desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna dramatically start walking out of the building.
He doesn't do anything.
Okay, all right, I leave.
Yeah. All right, so we look for another weapons dealer.
Yeah, okay, you find another one. This guy is kind of like the place where you just were. It's kind of like the place to go for like ranged weapons.
And a mind probe this.
No, this
Hello.
was worded too.
Oh damn! I was just gonna get the access code, do a secret vault.
So cyclically warding stores and large ones especially is a common practice in these renegade stations because there's scum like you trying to get stuff for free all the time.
You better believe it.
All right, so you're in the other store. It's all melee weapons, 100% melee.
I want to radio the surgeon real quick and just ask him to pull a manifest of the cargo that the change of judgment might be carrying.
What are you after specifically?
I just want to know what we have to barter with. I feel like we're still bartering blind.
Yeah, so it's no problem. Bone will just pull it for you. So you check, and the original cargo was all slaves. And what you have in there now is kind of a question mark. The one thing you know you have for sure is you have the weapons off of the Inquisition agents that you killed. You have like 3,000 carrion hunters are still on board, Queen Skarna, and that's more or less it.
All right, well, there's our currency, guys.
I have a power axe, a common craftsmanship power axe, but that's still pretty rare. That I'd be willing to sacrifice for Marp to upgrade his weapon.
What weapon?
Heavy bolter.
Well, I know your bow is sacred to you, but you want a heavy bolter, right?
Oh yeah, but I mean that guy wants a blood.
Well, what if you gave him a power axe on top of all the other stuff?
All right. I comically come around the corner of the store I just left. Say, what if I added a power axe to the deal?
He laughs. Oh, a common power axe?
All right, okay. I leave. I leave again.
He
I'm
laughs
good.
as you leave the store. He's pointing at you as you're leaving.
Shut up! Stop.
Yeah, let's wait here. Let's wait here for him to get done with work.
All right, yeah, are you guys going to the store still? The sword store?
I don't think I want to buy a melee weapon.
Okay.
Does it do anything?
I don't really need one either.
Yeah.
The power blade's like good enough.
What about the armor store, the blacksmith, if you will?
Yeah, go to the blacksmith. Go ahead.
The Blackstone Smith.
Yeah, you're there.
What kind of power armor situation are we looking at here?
1 second, let me pull up this thing. It's kind of a similar affair to what you'd think. Like the gun store had lots of stuff as like general like guard issue type weapons. This is similar for gear. It goes anywhere from like flak armor, helmets, flak coats, guard flak armor, up to mesh armor, up to carapace armor, and there's one set of light power armor in there as well.
What does this guy look like?
He is a very large, fat man with augmentics all over his skull, wearing a very fine, nice coat with a sword on his belt.
I'm gonna try and charm him.
Okay.
Nope. Listen here, big guy.
Can I help you guys? As you guys are just like standing there awkwardly, like in a store.
Yeah, listen. Why don't you put away the kids stuff, the dress-up costumes, and why don't you pull out something Papa will like?
What the fuck you talking about, dude? Tyler, you failed your
Dude.
role.
This guard stuff won't stop a freaking ant's bite. We need something real.
What do you mean? What's wrong with carapace armor? This is good. This is almost as good as it gets for infantry, man.
Yeah, and look, it's here.
You're wearing it. You're wearing light power armor right now.
You just said carapace armor.
I said there's power armor there too.
Please forgive my friend. He shit snow earlier, and he's been pretty fucked up ever since. He wanted the light power armor.
What do you have to offer?
Oh man, I got a shitload of power blades, a bow, a pipe, about 70 fragmentation grenades.
A box of extremely high quality hallucination grenades I pipe in.
What about
You guys showing your hand?
what about that axe? He says, pointing to
Point to the surgeon.
The surgeon, yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry. He's not even there. I thought he was talking earlier. All
He's
right, sorry.
talking to the
What about that power maul you got there? He points to Mark's power maul.
I need that. I need that for smashing people.
Shame, he says.
Yeah. All right. Well, nice bartering with you.
All right. Have a good day, he says. Good job, guys.
Anyone else doing anything here?
I got what I needed.
All right. I guess we're done at the marketplace.
What are you wearing, Marp?
I got carapace armor.
Oh, you're okay then. You're pretty well
What
armed.
about Jeffrey? What's Jeffrey wearing?
Mesh, which I'm fine with.
You're okay.
We should give you some kind of officer's hat so that people know you're in charge.
You don't want to try and buy carapace armor?
It's too clunky, too noisy.
Okay.
I've got a conversion field. I'm good.
True, you do.
Oh shit, that thing, yeah.
Just half the time, and the attacks don't work again.
And it blinds everybody standing within eyesight. It's gonna be awesome.
if it bursts.
Dude, it's some rare gear though. That's some nice shit.
There's a reason I'm not bringing it up.
Yeah, well, cat's out of the bag now.
All right. The surgeon, how's your studying going?
Let's find out, shall we?
Yeah.
Big money, big money, big money. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Hey!
Here, let me pull up my page.
Look at this. This is the first success in 2, 1, 3, 4, 6. We've had 6 fails since our last success. Wow, that's bad odds.
They finished refitting the ship, and we've managed to open the book.
Yeah, so Anton, you've just started to kind of like dig into the book, and you kind of figure out what it's saying, and so it's outlining that the ritual that's you haven't really gotten into too much has to be performed on the planet, and it requires very specific items, and there's quite a list of stuff, but the first a couple items on the list you figured out already. So far, you know that the first item is the blood of those faithful to the Imperium. And the second item is the skulls of 8 traitors.
Traitors?
Hey, wait a second. Aren't we traitors?
Traitors. Yeah.
We're 4 traitors. That's half what they require.
8 traitors.
I said half.
Oh, half. So that's what you've learned so far. There's clearly more to the book, but that's what we've gotten out of it so far.
Okay.
You want to tag team at this point? Or are you still looking?
I can try my hand at reading.
Yeah, if you have something to
I
offer.
think I'm gonna keep focusing on it. One thing that I would like to attempt to acquire are some drugs.
Yeah, there's definitely drug dealers in the market for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking for a drug called Stim, which is used for medicine more than it is for its stimulating purposes, but that's probably why a lot of people on the station use it.
Okay, let me get to the drug section real quick in the book. Is it in the armory? Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, it's on 183 on the very last part of the drug section.
Yeah, so stim. Okay, yeah, there's pretty much every kind of drug you could think of. Some are more expensive than others, obviously. Things like EHO sticks are like mega rare or not rare. I'm sorry, mega common. You can find them all over the place. Everyone's smoking EHO sticks, and things like Obscura. That's pretty common too. It's a very popular narcotic. And but really, you can find anything you want.
Looking to get like a box of Stim, or if they don't have a box of it, if I could get the ingredients to craft my own.
That's up to you. Whatever you want to buy. If you want to buy the drug, that's great. But if you want to buy the ingredients to make your own, that's fine too.
If they just have maybe let me think about it this way. Do I already possess what I need to put this drug together?
Probably not. Not on the ship.
Okay.
Do we possess the facilities to make the drugs?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Right. It's like a full. It will be a fully functioning like destroyer capital vessel. Right. It'll have all the facilities you'll need once it's repaired.
Well then, let's not just get the drugs. Let's get the ingredients for them.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's good.
What can we haggle for with
What is the chief currency on the station?
slaves?
Slaves.
We gotta get some of our own if we're gonna have any pull around here.
We got
Guys, I've been doing some thinking.
a ship full of slaves. Well,
Shouldn't we just see if anyone kind of, especially when it comes time to really put, a solid wrecking crew together, we should probably just see if anyone wants to just kind of straight up join our war band. We've got a pretty nice reputation. We got a pretty dope ass ship. I'm sure there's plenty of people who will want to like just go on raids and be part of our merry crew.
Yeah, we need our town crier to go through the dregs decks. That's Chaucer, by the way.
and
Bring some people.
I totally agree. Like, although our primary mission is to go to this world, and we got to understand this book. Understanding this book is going to take a while, and acquiring all the parts for it will take a while. So if we have if we become raiders for a little period of time and acquire shit to haggle, then we might be able to get some decent gear before we go and undertake this giant effort, which will be subverting an entire planet to chaos. So yeah, Mark, good idea. I'm all with you, man.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds fine.
You can I can help staple the flyers that would put up on the
To the servitory.
to the servitors that walk around with them.
All right. So what's the course of action here, fellas?
Course of action is I need to get my ingredients to make these medical drugs.
Okay, you can just go to the market. You can buy them. They're relatively cheap. Probably trade a handful of power blades for them.
Perfect. Super.
We're running low on power blades. What about last rifle?
You got like 10. No, 9. You traded one for a shotgun.
Okay. Can I
ahead.
just trade maybe a couple last rifles to fill up the stocks of the medical like the medical parts of the ship, so I have chemicals to craft things with.
Yeah, no problem.
And could I do the same for? I'm sure there's like an engineering section. If I can trade some more last guns for for some maybe more complicated technical parts, so I can craft or work on slightly more technical pieces of machinery.
Yeah, okay. The chains already had a similar workshop, but it was in disrepair. So what you'd be spending money on would be like to fix it and like outfit it, right?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be like all 10 of your last guns to do those two things.
I say it's a sound investment. If you guys,
Support it. I agree.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
You
go
guys
ahead.
mind if we wrap up this session kind of soon?
Yeah, we'll do it soon. Jeffrey, what do you want to do with the note or the item that's in your pocket?
So there's two things I want to do real quick.
Okay.
Assuming I'm back in the safety of the ship.
Yeah.
The first thing is the Dark Mechanicum road sign I picked up earlier. I'd like to install above the workshop entrance to the ship.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead. It's on.
There
It's
you
up
go.
there.
It's labeled. It's ours.
Actually, go ahead and
Hell
go ahead
yeah.
and give me an intelligence
love
check first.
that.
Actually.
Oh, I'm gonna staple this thing to my face. Excuse me for a second.
Yeah. See if you can figure out how to put it on the wall. You put it up there, but it's upside down.
Perfect.
Dang it.
Leave it.
Perfect.
Leave
Yeah.
it.
I got you. Cool.
Okay. What about the?
And then when I'm alone, I'm gonna look at this object in my pocket.
Okay, I'm going to put it in your journal here in just a second.
Yep.
Oh, did I show it to you? Don't read that.
I don't see anything.
Okay. There, should be in your journal now. So, go ahead and do with that what you will. And there's another item there with it, but I'll just DM it to you in Slack what it was, so these guys can't see it. All right. Is that a good place to stop? You guys think?
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah. I just want to say that was I was laughing my ass off. This was great. By far the best role playing session.
Yeah, for sure. There's no combat at all.
No question. It's great.
Yeah,
Loved it.
good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. All right, guys, that
Yeah,
was fun.
Thanks, everybody.
Cool.
All right, good games.
Yeah,
See you guys.
thanks everyone. Thank
Yep.
you.
Jim,
Bye,
do you guys
GG.
want-
All right, bye.
would you be able to play this extended weekend, or do we want to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I should be able to at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
All
talk.
right,
We'll
well-
talk gamers' rights.
Yeah. Ready. All right,
Okay.
dudes.
See you.
Later.
Bye bye.
Bye.